What's up, Warlord Squad? My name is Anime Warlord, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to my C2E2 2026 haul. You know what's crazy, you guys? I've been going to C2E2 now for over 6 years. That is just insane to me. Absolutely insane to me. I've been going since the notorious 2020. Yeah, I know, once again, kind of a rocky way to start going to one of the best cons, if not the best con in all of Chicago, but you know what they say, you gotta start somewhere. So, like always, at C2E2, I had a motherfucking blast. Me and my friends had a really great time. We had a wonderful, beautiful hotel room that just overlooked the entire city of Chicago, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And we're already looking forward to coming back again next year because, you know, C2E2 is just our tradition, and we don't want to let that die. So, without any further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the stuff that I collected at C2E2 2026. Okay, so first and foremost, I have this really adorable Articuno plush. And I really want to start collecting more and more plush Pokemon. And I'm starting off with the Kanto region legendary Pokemon, starting off with one of my favorites, and that is Articuno. I still have to take him out of his plastic, and I just basically saw that Articuno was selling pretty damn fast, and I knew immediately that I wanted to hop on. So there you have it, Articuno. I cannot wait to collect the rest of the Kanto legendary Pokemon. I can't wait to collect Moltres and Zapdos. Oh yeah, look at that, you guys. You can play with the wings. You can play with the tail. Absolutely awesome. Articuno looks so cool. And when you bring him up close to you, when you expand the wings like that, it almost looks like, you know, Articuno's giving you a really big hug. I love you too, Articuno. Love you too, man. Oh, so cool. My first legendary Pokemon plush. I absolutely love this. All right, next up, I have a whole bunch of nerdy magnets once again. And you know, you guys, these are starting to get into the same vein as my obsession with button pins. And if you can find anywhere in your household that is magnetic and deck it out in pop culture, that is really, really base. Like, one of my best friends already does it with his refrigerator, and I'm doing it with mine. So, here are all of the nerdy magnets one by one. So, I'm going to start off with the smaller ones first. Okay, so first and foremost, I have Shrek. I have Racer X from Speed Racer. I have an underrated classic that people still talk about today, and that is Sky High. Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze Arc, because I'm still on quite the nerd high after seeing it in theaters. It was such a fucking awesome movie. Can't wait until it comes out in physical media one of these days. Princess Mononoke. Hokuto no Ken, or Fist of the North Star, with Kenshiro on there, looking badass as always. And finally, last but certainly not least, since they have seen me do business with them before, they said, you want one more magnet? We're feeling generous. You can pick any magnet you like, and we'll give it to you for free. So I was just basically searching row by row of what I wanted to add to the collection next, and it is none other than Jaws. This is the one that I got for free. So big shout out to them. I really appreciate it. And now, here are the big magnets. All right, so first and foremost, I got Godzilla. Once again, nothing about Godzilla collecting is straightforward. Everything is just a friggin' rabbit hole. And lastly, I have a whole bunch of Sonic ones. I have Shadow, my favorite character. Oh, hold on. There we go. I have Dr. Eggman, and it says, Dr. Eggman is the name, and robotics is my game. And finally, my hype for Sonic 4 coming out, we have Dr. Eggman, Amy Rose, Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails, Metal Sonic, and Knuckles. And you know, because I love you guys, I'm going to give you guys a first exclusive look at my nerdy magnet so far. So come along with me for a tour, shall you? Okay, so I'm not entirely too sure how many I have so far because I never really did a count before making this video, but I will take you guys on a all-exclusive tour, showing you guys them one by one. Okay, so the first and foremost one that everybody sees is Spider-Man No Way Home. That's actually my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time. Here you have Toby, Andrew, and Tom unmasked, and on the bottom, that's all of them in their masks and their full costume. Next one that you see is one of the most iconic images when it comes to the Joker. That's from the story Batman: The Killing Joke. Next is Vocaloid. This is one of my oldest ones. Here is my Saitama one from One Punch Man, and I really want to investigate and get that Oppai sweatshirt one of these days. It's so based. Next, I have 2 Yuri on Ice magnets, and I know that's Yuri himself, and I forgot who that guy was because it's been a very long time since I've seen Yuri on Ice. Next are some of the oldest Sonic magnets that I have. Here is Knuckles and Silver. There's Shadow. Moving on down to here, we have Tails, Cream the Rabbit. There's Amy, there's Sonic, and there's Super Sonic. Next up, we have Sonic the Hedgehog himself. I'm very obsessed with Sonic, can you tell? Anyways, moving on, we have Shippuden Naruto from Naruto Shippuden. Here we have a Elvis Presley live performance poster. Very, very cool. Knuckles the Echidna. Next, we have a reflector glass Jack Skellington there. My favorite evolution, Vaporeon. Here is Space Invaders. And here's a fun fact for you guys. Nobody knows where that monster even came from because it's not relevant in the games and he's not even present in the games either. Very, very strange. But you can definitely see the monster on the side art of Space Invaders machines. Anyways, moving on. We have another Sonic one that says Limitless Speed. Next up, we have a Godzilla one that says I Love Tokyo with Godzilla resembling the heart right around by Mount Fuji. Next, we have a Coraline poster, one of the most iconic Coraline posters that says Be Careful What You Wish For. Next, we have 8-Bit Mario and 8-Bit Luigi. R2-D2 because, once again, I don't know if I said this in a video, but if I have said it before, I'm sorry that I'm sounding like a broken record, but I'll say it anyway in this video. Who knew one of the most beloved droids in all of Star Wars could have such a good pair of tits? Anyways, moving on, we have one of my newer ones that you guys had just seen. Dr. Eggman is the name, and Robotics is my game. Shadow's down there. 1954 Godzilla is down there. And then we have my Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Hype 1. Dr. Eggman, Amy Rose, Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails, Metal Sonic, and Knuckles. But wait, there's more. Here is a custom-made redo of Healer 1 that is not from Japan. Here are the twins from The Shining. Here is a holographic It magnet that I got from Spirit of Halloween. I also got that Shining one from Spirit of Halloween too. I really love how on one side of the hologram there's Georgie holding the balloon, and then there's the balloon itself that says You'll Float Too, and then of course Georgie says You'll Float Too as well. There is a custom-made Hana Uzaki one. Very, very sexy. Short stack with a big rack. Anyways, moving on. These aren't nerdy magnets, but I just basically wanted to show them just because, you know, you guys already know that I'm an adventurous type of guy. I got these magnets while I was down in the Florida Everglades. I really enjoyed my time in the Florida Everglades. They were fun. Now we move on to another one of my new ones. That's the one that I got for free. Jaws. There's a Silent Voice. Perfect Blue. Among Us. K-Pop Demon Hunters. And The Future Diary. Now we go on to 2 more of my newer ones in this section. Hokuto no Ken, Shrek, Akira, my favorite anime of all time, because of course I had to get that one. Monster Musume, Afro Samurai, and Power. And here is the last section. We have Princess Mononoke, Chainsaw Man the movie, Reze Arc. Here is Racer X, Sky High, a cassette tape from the Bruce Springsteen biopic that recently came out. And finally, here is another magnet that I got from Spirit Halloween. It is the typewriter from The Shining, and it says, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Here's Johnny. All right, now I'm going to showcase you guys the autographs, because I have gotten myself the autographs that I wanted to get for C2E2 this year. So I'm not sure if you guys do this, because this is what I do, okay? So I make a list, right? And when I basically make a list of the people that I really want to meet at the event, because right when the guests are announced, I just basically just scroll through the guest list to see like who I want to meet the most, and I make that list, and then I wind up meeting said person. So, without any further ado, here are all of the autographs. Okay, so first and foremost, this right here is an original marquee from the OG Mortal Kombat from the 90s. And Paul E. Niemeyer, who I actually know personally because I've been to Galloping Ghost a number of times because I'm really close with the Galloping Ghost staff, and I'm close with some of the people who attend Galloping Ghost as guests for some of their special events. And right when he saw me, he immediately recognized me, and he said, "Hey, it's my old friend Alex." I'm like, "Hey, how's it going there, Paul?" And he signed this marquee for me from, he signed this marquee for me from the OG Mortal Kombat. There's his signature right there. It says, "To Alex, Paul E. Niemeyer, get over here." And if you guys want to see our picture, here it is right here. Yeah, he's a really, really sweet guy, and I totally forgot how tall he was because it's been a little while since him and I have seen one another, but I'm glad that he recognized me because, once again, I'm a regular at Galloping Ghost, and the staff knows me, and some people who go there for Galloping Ghost arcade special events, they recognize me too. Because I don't mean to brag here, y'all, but I'm kind of a little celebrity at Galloping Ghost Arcade because I remember when I took my girlfriend there, she just goes like, "Damn, babe, everybody knows you here." And I said, "Yeah, I'm just a regular guy who just attends the arcade fairly often." All right, the next autograph that I have right here is Michael Chiklis, who played The Thing in the 2000s Fantastic Four films, and he signs on here, "To Alex, The Thing, it's clobbering time." Michael Chiklis. Yeah, he was a really, really sweet guy, and meeting him in person was just absolutely fantastic, no pun intended. And also, Mr. Fantastic himself was there, Eon Gruffud, and one of my best friends got a chance to meet both of them, but I got my chance to meet just one. And I do have a picture of me and Michael Chiklis, but I don't know if one of my buddies who was in the chef cosplay has a YouTube channel. So out of respect for his privacy, I am not going to showcase the picture. But if he does, I will have to ask him and whatnot. And if he, comes back to C2E2, I will include him in the pictures that I took with the celebrities. Because I like to have my friends involved too. Because, I don't want it to just basically be me. Because if I purchase an autograph / selfie, I want my friends to have fun as well. I want them to join in on the fun as well. Even though they didn't purchase an autograph / selfie, I want them to join in on the fun when it comes to the selfie because I'm a sweet guy like that. All right, next up, this one will really blow you guys away. Boom. I met Christopher Sabat. I've been waiting to meet this guy for I don't know how long, pretty much since childhood, and I knew immediately that I wanted to get a picture of Vegeta signed by Chris Sabat, and he signs on here, "Alex, find Kakarot for me, Christopher Sabat." And he actually did his Vegeta voice when he was signing that quote that I requested. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And he's a really, really sweet guy too. And that dude is the king of selfies. Seriously, he is the king of selfies because when he took my phone to take pictures of all of us for the selfie moment, he did so much funny faces and so many different poses, and it was just absolutely phenomenal. And now for the two people that I met on day number 1. Okay, so first and foremost, I met my favorite Wild Forest Ranger. This right here is Philip Andrew. If you guys want to see a photo of us, here it is right here. He was really, really a sweet guy, and right when I met my favorite Wild Forest Ranger, I actually cried. I never cried when meeting a celebrity before, but that was actually the first time I actually cried, because with Dan Green, I kept it together, but then with Philip Andrew, I just basically just straight up bawled, and he was a really, really sweet guy, and he just basically gave me a big, giant hug because he saw that I was just immediately emotional. And he signs on here, "To Alex, Wild Access, Philip Andrew, Merrick, Lone Wolf." And I basically told him that, me and my brother bonded through Power Rangers, Wild Force, and whatnot, because this was one of the first Power Ranger series that me and my younger brother actually bonded over. And I showed him my picture with me and Philip Andrew and the autograph, and he said, dude, that is really sick. That is really, really sick. Yeah, my brother was extremely happy for me, and he actually wished he was there to meet him. But someday, bro, you will get your chance. And finally, last but most certainly not least for the autographs, this one actually blew me away when they announced him as a guest. This is an autograph from the one and only Tom motherfucking Kenny. Yes, the Tom Kenny who voiced SpongeBob, Ice King, and a bunch of other awesome characters. And right when they announced him, I just said, I have to meet him. And when me and my buddies met Tom Kenny, he saw my Godzilla shirt, and dig this, you guys. Here's a fun fact that I didn't even know myself. Tom Kenny is a huge kaiju head. Oh my God! I know, right? I never thought Tom Kenny, one of my biggest childhood heroes, was a big kaiju head. And he just basically goes oh, Godzilla. I absolutely love Godzilla. And I said, wait, Tom Kenny, you like Godzilla? Shut the front door. And he said, yeah, I love Godzilla. And I said, what's your favorite Godzilla movie, and what is your favorite era? And he said, I'm more of a Showa guy, and I honestly like the Terror of Mechagodzilla. And I said, oh my God, dude, that is so base. And I said, what does Jill Talley think of your obsession for Godzilla? And he says, Jill just basically accepted. She's married into it. Anyways, so Tom Kenny signs on here, Alex, ahoy, I love your imagination. Tom Kenny, SpongeBob. And what's really unique about this autograph is that Tom Kenny used one of SpongeBob's holes for the O in his name. That is really unique. Yeah, meeting Tom Kenny, I feel like, is a rare opportunity or a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I'm glad that I got that chance. Hell, all of me and my friends are glad that we got that chance. All right, guys, we are almost done. Next up, I have a couple of Hot Wheels kicking things off with this bad boy. This right here is the Japanese Spider-Man car, aka Spider-Man. And this car is called the Spider Machine GP7. And when you think about it, you guys, Spider-Man, or the Japanese Spider-Man, is a Super Sentai hero and a Kamen Rider. Think about it. And finally, for the Hot Wheels, we have Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of my favorite shows of all time. Also, getting back to this Hot Wheel car real quick, I had no idea that Mattel even made the Japanese Spider-Man car. I had no idea. And then when I saw that at C2E2, I'm like, shut up. They actually made this? God damn, Mattel. All right, the next items I'm going to have to censor because they are indeed hentai. So, first and foremost, I have Residents Reborn from Twisted Desire. Now, I have no idea what this is about. I just basically picked it up out of curiosity, and I unfortunately hate to be the bearer of bad news, but when I was at C2E2 this year, this vendor was called the Anime Depot, and they just basically said that this was going to be their last C2E2, but I will see them at ASIN coming up real soon. And the main reason why they said that this was going to be their last C2E2, it's because they were getting older and it's about time for them to retire. And I just basically said, I understand that wholeheartedly and completely. I just basically wish you all the best in your retirement, and I wish you all the best for the rest of your lives. And they said, thank you, young man. And the last manga that I have gotten is this one. This one is called Monster Girl Romantic Circus. And of course, you guys already know me, that I love my Monster Girls. And I'm really looking forward to checking this one out some point or another, sometime in the near future. All right, and the last items that I have from C2E2 are 2 brand new Godzilla items. Okay, so there were these guys called C4 Energy, and they were doing a collab with Godzilla. And right when I walked into the convention, I immediately saw them first, and they had a Godzilla-themed pinball machine, which I played at Galloping Ghost Arcade. If you guys don't know what it looked like, there it is right here. And this was made by the Stern Pinball Company, and it's a really, really awesome pinball machine. I've played it many times, and it's fantastic. And they basically were giving out a free bag for anybody who followed them on Instagram. So, of course, I did, and I got my free bag, which I'll showcase in a little bit. And they also gave people this amazing holographic picture of their energy drink that has Godzilla, and it is called Godzilla Blue Razzilla. Yeah, it was absolutely awesome. They were giving out samples of their newest energy drink. I'm normally not the type of guy that just basically just consumes or drinks energy drinks on a regular basis, but I immediately knew I had to try this one because you guys already know me that I love my Godzilla. And I really love this picture here because, you know, you got Godzilla's eye, and then when you turn it, you see the energy drink itself, and you see Godzilla X Sour Blue Razzilla. Absolutely awesome. And here is the free bag that they give you, which I'll be using for like future C2E2s and other conventions. Yeah, that looks absolutely awesome. Like, I really love how they use the -1 font for the name Godzilla. Absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if y'all can see it, but right there is the legendary Godzilla that we see in the Monsterverse. Yeah, the blue is extremely beautiful. And once again, I definitely will be using this bag for like future C2E2s and like future conventions. Hell, maybe one day if I'm fortunate to go to G-Fest, I could actually use this bag to like put like all my kaiju and other tokusatsu goodies in here too. All right, you guys, once again, C2E2 was an absolute blast. If you guys have a favorite item that I showcased in today's video, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you're wondering when the highlights will be coming out, well, those highlights will be coming out, I think, maybe on either Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not entirely too sure, but like you guys will get them soon enough. And this just about wraps things up for today's video, you guys. If you guys like today's video, give it a like. If you guys have anything to say about today's video, give it a comment. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell to be notified on future nerdy videos when they're released. You guys already know who I am. I'm Anime Warlord. Stay nerdy, stay safe out there. Have a great day, have a great evening, whatever your time zone may be. And always remember to take care of yourselves. And I'll see you guys again in the very next video. I'll see you guys at Ace and Real soon. And once again, this is the Anime Warlord, signing off.